Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. This is LV and today I'm gonna show you an update on my begonia. A lot of you guys has asked me in the past how is my begonia doing. So today I'm gonna do a video on how are they doing. Some of them is from if you remember my very old last year video, I got a lot of free begonia from Steve Leaf. They still here, most of them. Some of them doesn't make it, but most of them do make it, and I did make a lot of baby out of it too. So yeah, so let's get started. So this is my first begonia, my oldest begonia that I bought online from Facebook Marketplace. Right now this one is in pot. So it's a cash pot with a string underneath. This is how it look like. This is no nutrition water, it's just my fish water because the pond itself have nutrition. When I can add a little bit of slow release fertilizer here, but overall this plant just growing by itself. I've been cutting many times. I let it grow this time because I just don't want to have more plant anymore. This is one of the most easy growing plant. It does have the brown tips underneath here. You know, it's hard to make it perfect, but most of the time it's looking great. Like if you don't look at those brown tips, this one is overall I think is really easy. I don't do any much care of it. As you can see the brown tips, I just add water when this cup completely empty. If you do have this plant, highly recommend you to put it in bright indirect sunlight. They like it a lot, and also give it enough calcium magnesiums fertilizer. It's not really a fertilizer, it's more like a supplement for the foliar to get cleaner. If you don't have enough CalMax, which I used to don't have enough, this plant has tend to be more yellowish instead of dark green color. Most of my begonia is in self-watering pots, so I'm trying to not carrying them as much as I can. I'm just water them when the pot is completely dry. So if it's like almost dry, I will still wait a couple more days until it's like completely dry, because I like to give them and dry out in between even though in self-watering pots. So this one is called Begonia Hyroglyphics. I really like the dark green color. It's look a little bit different in camera than in person. I think this is super underrated. It's velvety leaf. It's so full. It's really a bouquet. I really love these plants. It has the red vine in the back on the stem. So if you give it more light, I believe it will show more on the green. But if it give it less light, just what I did, it's more to the dark, almost black color. It's a crawling plant, so this is not a cone. So it does want to clone out the pot right now. I have two plants in this pot. It's very easy to propagate begonia. Usually you can just stick this one in water and it will grow root. Of course you should have multiple stems in case it dies. It's not a 100% success, but this is the best way that I like to propagate my begonia. I have a couple people ask about this one. This one is my Begonia Julau. I bought it last summer as well. It's a little bit fuzzy, but it's not as fuzzy as what people think. I have it in terrarium tanks. It'll grow pretty quickly, and if you cut it down, it grow more stems, so it look like a lot fuller than it was only one big stem. This one is in sphagnum, a little bit dry right now. I need to water it. I have two because I thought I would kill it, so I bought two. It was around like $35 that time with 2-3 leaf. I'm also like able to propagate this. For the Begonia Julau, since it's terrarium plant, it's like to be in high humidity. When you propagate it, put it in the box or plastic bag with sphagnum moss. I think that would be the best way to propagate this plant. This one is Begonia Kalimantan. I'm not really super into it anymore. It takes up too much of my terrarium real estate because it's getting so big. The leaf getting too big. I like terrarium plant to be in a small size. This one is my propagations, Begonia Exotica. I have the mother plant is in my grow tent. It's very big. I used to put it outside the grow tent because it's out of space, but it start to kind of like brown on the tip. So I'm like, okay, fine, you win. So I'll put it back to my my corner of my grow tents. This is my other one. This is called Begonia melanobullata. I really love this one too, but it's also like in self-watering pot right now. Just let it dry out in between. I was planning to actually take it out from my terrarium tanks since it grows so big right now, and if I can acclimate to lower humidity, I prefer my plant is outside instead of in the tents that I won't able to see it all the time. So since this is established already, so I'm planning to just leave it outside in self-watering pot so the soil keep moist. So I hope this way this plant would not be complaining. So this is one of my favorite. Also, I feel like it's a little bit underrated plant. So this is Begonia Silver Dollar. I love the silvery looking and then pink underneath, especially the pink and the silver color. I'm very in love with this plant. And it's in self-watering pot. This one is in perlite mix, so when I water it, I do water with nutrition water. The plant has been smaller in size. I think the main reason is it wasn't in the right light. I put most of my begonia in this area because it's in self-watering pot. I don't have to keep on like monitoring it, so it's just self-growing itself over here. This is Begonia Autumn Twist. I think maybe because this leaf change color as whatever light you have given to it, so it wasn't in the good condition right now. I have a lot of dead leaf that I need to clean out. It's supposed to have some like green, yellow and red all color together. This one is Begonia Copper Sunsets. It's pretty similar, but it's just all red color. I feel like maybe it's actually the same plant as the one that I just showed you, because it's the similar leaf and it's just more red for me. I got it for free from Stiff Leaf. If you want to look at what I got from Stiff Leaf for free, you can look at this the video up here and the link here. They accidentally sent me a big box of begonia last year, and then it said free. I was like, I did try to give out some of them, and then keep a lot of them, not a lot, but some of them. Another one that's really similar in color is this one, Begonia Fire Fades. So these three is for me is very similar leaf. This one is in perlite mix. This plant loves to flower so much. It just keep dropping off the flower. I'm like a little bit annoyed with it because then I have to vacuum it. So this one is called Begonia Flamingo Queens. I prefer the maculata better, the first one, the Begonia maculata, because this one is a little bit on the green side and yellowish. Might be because of not enough Comex, I'm not sure. This one is a little bit weird one. This was Jerry Raw Morton's. It's kind of hanging there. It's not dying. It's not doing so much either. I think because sometimes I let it dry too much. My other favorite one, this is the one that I have propagated. This one is in my moss wall right now. I have this extra just in case the moss one did not make it, but they are very easy to propagate and they make it anyway. This is so thick like rubbery as well. My other favorites, this is Begonia Looking Glass. I know this is all green looking, but it's actually, if you see it in person, it's more like silver color than a green. I try to propagate it, some of them, and make it prettier again, because when it shipped to me, it wasn't look well. I have this cutting that I cut. It was too tall, too heavy, so big the leaf, so it's top heavy, so it's like kind of die, like the stem is snap off. This plant is actually very hard for me to propagate. I try many times because that plant grows so much. I always cut it down and then suck it in water. They don't really like water, so I'm not sure about water propagate on this plant. At least once a buy in water, so this is the one. If you only have few, I would suggest try maybe like just stuck it in soil. I don't know, but this one is not easy to propagate. I don't know why. I think this is Begonia Snowcap. This is a little bit rubbery looking. It's so pretty as well, but right now it's hard to tell it's pretty. And then I have one Sin Bus that is on my front door. I didn't have it propagate, but it's so giant. So it's growing like so big, and I have to find at least sun spot, so it will be maybe like grow slower for me. So yeah, plant does grow. And then you're gonna get a lot of baby out of it, especially begonia give you very good reward, because they're just so easy. They give you like a lot of relief. Let me know which one did you like more. Like for me personally, I do like this one if you have a small space. For me, the maculata is the one that would not out of trend. If I can have to choose one begonia, I will go to maculata for sure. Most of them I collected last year, so I didn't buy any new begonia this year. Let me know which one do you like the best. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. See you guys next. Bye bye.